Okay, I want to make a Gaslands vehicle for my first video on YouTube. Everything that you see here are parts that I found on the ground, including the car itself. Yeah, I better be careful on things I pick up. Some things I don't even know what they are, and I just pick them up off the ground. But I've been collecting things because there's a few guys on YouTube that make some cool videos with found stuff or trash. Anyways, this is going to be my build. So what I'm thinking here with these parts, I'm thinking I can mount a gun someplace. Also, sorry, there's one other piece. I found this corporal symbol for the military here, and I think I'm going to put it on the front here, and it would be kind of a ram. I think I'm going to name this car Corporal Punishment. Anyways, I'm going to get started sanding and getting things ready, so that way hopefully I can get things to stick to this vehicle. All right. I got a toothpick to hopefully move this glue around. Hoping this will work. Mount the gun up on the... Actually, let's do the windshield first. I found this screen on the ground as well. Looks like it's been used. It's got some stuff on it, but you know what? I'm gonna see if I can cut it into a nice little screen there. Let's try to get a nice, I guess a disgusting piece will work. See how that's going to work. Hopefully that fits well enough. See, this is like used stuff. It's kind of nasty, but whatever. Found it. Hopefully I don't make too big of a mess here. Okay, probably a heck of a dollop there, but we'll see what happens here. Oh, gluing my toothpick to my piece here. Set that up there. See if I got it. Let's try this. I should have flipped it over. The natural curves on the other side would probably hold a little better. But yeah. Okay, that looks like it's glued on there well enough. Let's see if we can get this. I don't know what this is, but I believe, you know, it'd make a good, like a machine gun on the roof of this thing. I think I'll put it over to the side, make it a little asymmetrical. So I'll glue it down here, and hopefully it works well here. I think we'll be okay. Hopefully I don't have to hold it too long to get it in place. Meanwhile, I'll put my screwdriver back on this side to see if I can hold that part down. Okay, so my glue is working, so that's a good night. Looks like my gun's already sticking, which is great. Let's see if I can get some glue on these wheels and get these things glued on. Hopefully these are all the same size. I'm unsure. I found these on the ground. Found quite a few actually, so let's grab a couple. I'll use all the blue ones just so I know they're all the same. Although the blue ones don't look all the same. They look close. Let's try this out. We'll see how goofy this looks. Probably terrible, but stick with me. Two at once. See if we can get this thing going here. Hopefully, it's probably going to serve two purposes because it's probably also going to prevent the wheels from turning. They say for Gaslands cars, you don't want your wheels moving. These beads probably make great like lifters, you know, if I put them sideways in there. Maybe they're a bit too small. But if you wanted like a hover vehicle of sorts, it'd probably work out pretty well. Let's see if I get this thing. These plastic beads seem like they're gluing down hopefully pretty fast. We'll see. See if I get it. Oh, maybe not. I'm getting it to stick to my finger, which is... So here you see the car after I
primered it with rattle-can, and then I already gave it a base coat with this green paint. And now I'm just giving it a second coat, and then I use the hair dryer to dry the paint so I can continue painting without much of a delay.
My windscreen. Let's see what I can do here. So let's try to put some black on here, and hopefully this will look really good. I can do better than that, and I'm sure you can. I'm not denying that. My brush is really stiff for some reason. That's okay. I think it'll break in once I get some paint on this thing, and it's probably gonna turn out all right.
I continue using the black, craft paint to cover the gun and the windscreen, the wheels, the little beads that I added to the ends of the wheels, and I, cover everything while I've got the black out before I move on to another color, just to kind of, keep things moving along. I use a fine tip brush just to make sure I can get into those hard to reach areas, especially on this gun. After my base coat's done and the black's done on my wheels and all the accoutrements of this model or this vehicle, I begin to add like my dust or my rust patches using like a few light browns, some oranges. Kind of go over everything, just kind of dabbing a little bit on, kind of like stippling with the brush. And I continue to do that until I get all the areas that might look worn. You try to hit the edges where the fenders are, maybe where the hood meets the front piece and the front end itself, and near the wheel wells, and anywhere you think there might be rust gathering. Usually it's like edges that are exposed, and maybe something that may have some wear on it naturally. So I continue to just stipple on the colors, and you can see I'm using like this real light brown. It's almost like a fleshy color. So I started with that first. I probably should have started with the dark brown first, but this did kind of work out in the end. You see I've got some on the deck lid there, and just continue to stipple all around. And like I said, you'll use different colors, try to hit the same spots. You can see where it's really getting in there, and it's starting to look really good. In person, I thought it looked really good. I don't think the video captures how nicely this actually turned out, but the dark brown over that light brown really helped. And then I'll move on to some orange, and you'll see the difference in a moment here. You can see here I'm starting to add some orange to my wet palette, getting it ready to go over the light brown and the other brown that I've already added. I dab it onto the paper towel to get a little bit off, almost like a dry brush. You don't want too much on. You don't want it dripping or running down your paint that you've already done. You just want to add this to the edges and make it look like it's actually rusted, and there's some some weathering effects. I add a little silver to my wet palette. I'll use this silver for dry brushing the weapon, the screen that I put over the front windshield, the insignia on the front of the vehicle, and the rear window. And it'll add like a nice weathering effect to all the bits and pieces. And once that's done, I'll start adding little bits of silver in all the rust spots. And it'll give the appearance or the illusion that some metal is shining through all that damage. And it adds a nice effect. And I'll continue doing this until it looks good and I'm satisfied with the end result. You can see here how I'm going to start adding it to the rust spots, as I mentioned a moment ago. And I'll just add little dots in there. And it really does look like the metal shining through when you're done, and really gives it a cool effect. I'll continue doing this all throughout the car until like I said, until I feel it's done. Here I'm just going to give it a quick wash. Use some black paint and some water. I water it down quite a bit. It looks like it's a little bit too thick here. I probably could have done a better job and thinned it out a little better. And once that's done, I'll go ahead and blow dry it and get it ready for a clear coat. Here are a couple glamour shots my daughter took for me. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.